It was at a pretty young age. My dad put the basketball in my hands when I was like a toddler, and we used to have like a little Tykes hoop where Keegan would just shoot threes all the time, and I would just dunk the ball and it'd make Keegan mad. But I think that's when I started to love the game of basketball. I'd say our development and just our interest in the game of basketball developed at the same time. Obviously, we're twins; we do a lot of things together, so that was kind of an interest that we both had at a young age, and that kind of unraveled. We both grew up playing together. We both loved the game of basketball at a really young age, and I think we both started to love the game at the same time too.
Murray curls into the paint on Gardner. A shot is up. Good. Curls in. What beautiful body control Keegan Murray has. Inside to Connor McCaffrey. Left wing for Chris Murray. His three splashes through. The Murray boys.
Here come the Hawkeyes. Look out, Murray.
Oh, yeah. Kenyon Murray, a sprinter down the middle of the court.
The biggest thing I learned from my dad was probably that I'm my own player, I'm my own person. There's nothing, people could compare us to each other, to me, like to me and Keegan or to me and my dad, but I'm my own player, and that's what sticks out to people, and what should stick out to people is that's probably the biggest lesson he's taught me, is just be your own person, honestly. I'm just playing at a high level at the University of Iowa in the 1990s. Really grew my interest in the game of basketball and just seeing where I could go with it. Obviously, I didn't know exactly where I'd end up, but just him being successful at the game really interested me throughout middle school, high school, into college. So.
Oh, yeah! Wow.
He just sees the maturity in us. Obviously, he just tries not to step on our toes and get in the way of what we're doing, but he's obviously our biggest role model, our biggest encourager, our biggest fan for us. So he's just been doing a good job with that. He kind of let the reins loose once we got out of high school and just let us do our own thing, and he's been a really good role model for that. So. Yeah, his approach is a complete 360 from high school. High school he was more constructive and like critical and would tell things that we do wrong or try to help fix that, but now he's more like off the table. He knows that we can fix our own mistakes. We have coaches around us that can help us do that, so he's just kind of an observer now, which I think he might enjoy a little bit more, a little bit less stress for him.
Good take.
If I had to use one word to describe Keegan, I would probably say a hard worker, just because of how he stepped up his game the last couple of years and to become the player that he is, and all the different things he's worked on, the criticism he's taken from other people to improve his game, especially from this year to last year, is something that I would describe him as. If I were to describe Chris' play, I'd say he's a hustler. He's a real hustler. He goes after rebounds. He's a guy that if he makes a mistake, he won't make another mistake, and I just think that's a big attribute that he has in his game. I'd probably say one thing I'm better than Keegan at is golfing. He probably won't say that I am, but I beat him 3 or 4 times in a row this summer. So one thing I'm better at than Chris, hobby-wise, golf. I'm better than him at golf. He was better than me at golf in high school, but now I'm better than him, for sure. He's never shot in the 70s before. I've shot in the 70s twice, so I have that over him.
It's funny because he said the same thing, golf.
Personal goal is just being the best version of myself so our team can be the best version of ourselves, and that will lead to wins and hopefully get into the NCAA tournament and just overall success for our team. Just to take the team as far as we can, and for me, just to be that aggressive person off the bench, someone who coach can trust on to be aggressive and score, and defensively, just someone he can trust to get rebounds and be able to guard all different positions.
The Heartland is brought to you by the University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Athletico Physical Therapy. It all starts here.
This is a historic moment for young girls, young women across the country. This is an amazing opportunity for everyone that want to come and compete at University of Iowa. Like this was a dream of mine when I was in high school, but that wasn't a possibility. And now they have an opportunity to come to University of Iowa. The crown jewel of wrestling, is right here. So I'm just so excited to get it going. With that, I know it's gonna come with high expectations, like just because they're here on campus or they become a Hawkeye doesn't mean that they're gonna be winning national titles. They gotta go work for it, earn it, and make it happen. And I think with the energy from the community, that will help lift them up to get after that. So I'm so excited to meet the challenges ahead and bring a winning program here with women's wrestling at Iowa.
I never worried about her ability to coach. She's been coaching at the highest level, right? She's developed Olympic champions. So if she can do that there, I'm confident in her ability to do that here.
Yeah. That's great. I like the energy. No better place. When I thought about can I do this? Is Iowa the place? It's absolutely the place. It is deeply rooted. Wrestling is deeply rooted in the state of Iowa. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but Iowa, University of Iowa, to get it going.
Congrats, Coach.
Oh, thank you.
You gonna get a pick?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you.
Go
Congrats
Hawks.
again.
Thank you. Oh, that close?
Thanks, sir.
Competitive, whether it's being your best self for that day, whatever you can pull. You could have a hard day, but bring your best self to that day. So be competitive, be consistent, and for me, it's about caring for one another. Anyone who's interested in learning how to wrestle females, come see me.
Thanks for fun.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Sure, glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
It's wonderful to have you.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Extreme, powered by Mediacom, the internet preferred by Hawk fans. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless and the official wireless provider of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The thing that jumps out at me most about him is his consistency. Maybe more so than his production's really good. I'm not minimizing that, but the consistency is really uncommon. And I go back to my growing up as a young person. Mike Webster was the guy that bowled, man. Was he a good center? I remember going up to the Latrobe and watching them practice, and he just made everything look almost easy. And it's not easy. And he's blocking a guy like Joe Green. After practice, he and Joe Green went one-on-one. How about that? What do you think a ticket for that would cost if it was for public consumption? So, two of the all-time great NFL players, but just the way he did things and the way he worked, the consistency, and it just looked like it was almost easy. And it's not. There's no such thing, especially in the NFL or what we're doing. But that's how I describe Tyler. He just is so efficient, so focused, and usually pretty sound fundamentally. So he wins a lot of battles because of that. And it sounds simple again, but it's easy to say it, but it's really hard to do. And that's the thing. And then the other part I would just say about him, you meet him, he's a really kind of, I don't know if low key is the right word, but he's not a, outward, rambunctious guy. he's ultra competitive. You know, and most good players are. Like they know how to go.
Rimmington Trophy winner is the best center in America, and it is Iowa's Tyler Linderbaum. Now, Iowa has a storied history of offensive linemen. Brian Ferentz told me earlier this year he's their offensive coordinator and a former Iowa lineman himself. They've never had a better one than the big fella in the middle, and he takes the Rimmington, Jen.
Yeah, you know, the people that I had help me, the coaches, the players, all my teammates, you know, all the credit goes to them. You know, it was definitely a rough start at first, but, you know, just keep working hard and trust my teammates and coaches. You know, without them, I don't know where I'd be.
The Heartland is brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And by the University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives.
Throughout the University of Iowa's history, our Hawkeye student athletes continue to win, graduate, do it right. Since 1847, Iowa athletics has competed with the best in the Big Ten and NCAA, bringing home 129 Big Ten championships and 29 national championships, not to mention having 8 Big Ten Athlete of the Year honorees, 3 Big Ten Freshman of the Year honorees, and 5 Big Ten Coach of the Year honorees in 2020-2021. But Hawkeye's success isn't just in competition. Hawkeye student athletes have averaged a 90% graduate rate over the past few years, higher than the national average. While 380 Hawkeye student athletes boasted a grade point average of 3.5 or above, making the Dean's List in 2020-2021. Beyond the classroom, Hawkeye student athletes average more than 10,000 hours within the Hawkeye Life program annually, including educational programming, events, and community service. So, how do we continue to create an environment of success for our Hawkeyes? While sponsorship, licensing deals, TV contracts, and conference payouts make the news, our most important resource is our people. Each year, 15,000 Hawkeye fans make contributions to support all of our Hawkeye programs, while even more fans flock to fill Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and our other athletic venues. We also must recognize that the University of Iowa Athletic Department fully covers all student athlete scholarships. Almost $10 million annually gets invested directly back into the university. While scholarships are a large part of athletic department expenses, There are many other necessary costs when developing student athletes into leaders in competition and in the classroom. The Hawkeye student athlete experience includes academic services, nutrition, strength and conditioning, team travel, medical and athletic training, equipment and uniforms, building and maintaining top-notch facilities, hiring of great coaches and leaders, and recruiting the best student athletes to wear the black and gold. That's where the iClub comes in. Our Hawkeyes depend on you, passionate fans and supporters who understand the need for continuous investment in our student athletes. Your contribution to the iClub provides our student athletes with a first-class academic and athletic experience and gives them the tools they need to succeed during their years at Iowa and beyond. Your support is critical to our success. We cannot recruit and develop student athletes who compete for championships without your support. We invite you to become a member of the iClub and start making an impact today. Go Hawks!
Latham High-Tech Seeds is proud to partner with the Iowa men's basketball team in raising money for every free throw made by the Hawkeyes all season long through the Hawkeye Charity Stripe promotion. All proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society and Coaches vs. Cancer program here in the state of Iowa. Latham High-Tech Seeds, cheering on the Hawkeyes from the free throw line and helping with cancer awareness efforts all across the state of Iowa.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,